menopause. I might have hot flashes or whatever else. I believe as a Christian woman, men are supposed to lead. We're supposed to help. And I'm totally comfortable with that.
Okay, well, thank you, Lori. So the first thing that I'd point out here is that your position that maybe foreign countries wouldn't respect a female president as much as a male president, I don't think is represented through the fact that on the global stage, Harris had a significantly higher approval rating than Trump during the election. And there's a reason for that.
Because she would have been a pushover. They would have walked right over her.
And that's exactly why she had significantly better policy, better character, would have been a better president for America.
She's getting pushed over right now.
But ultimately, once again, Lori, the topic of debate is not, was Harris a better option for the president than Trump? Because even if we want to look at women and men on this macroscopic level of evaluating one woman compared to one man, even if it was true Harris was a clown and Trump was awesome, that still wouldn't mean that generally speaking, men are better at leading than women. The last point that you made there was about PMSing. I think that you're like indicating that women are more emotional than men on average.
They are. 100%.
Then tell me why men commit 92% of violent crimes. Tell me why they're more likely to self-unalive, commit suicide. So you think that testosterone is what makes men more emotional?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then you just conceded the debate.
No, I didn't concede.
You just said
that was too easy for him to win there.
Absolutely, men are more emotional than men. 5 seconds after saying that women were more emotional than men.
And that's kind of like somewhat of a red herring, because what I'm trying to say to you, women are more emotional. They just are, in more of a, I can change my mind depending on my mood. Now, you're bringing in anger. You're bringing in violence. You're bringing in...
Is anger an emotion?
It is, but to a different extent. And honestly, if you've got a man that's violent, out of character alone, I don't want him leading the country.
Yeah, that's why you voted for...
Oh, yeah. You want to get into that? I know that's another problem, but I'm happy to get into that.
I guess we could get into that on the front.
He was never accused. Never accused.
He has like 20 accusers.
Okay, we got to pause there. You've been voted out. Please return to your seat.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Lori.
If you would like to be the next...
Yeah, he won that one already. Who's, let's see. This chat is very divided on the subject, but I think it already won up.
Bader, please get to the chair. In 3, 2, 1.
Jed, how would you respond to that? That was a good argument about women being emotional with the violent crimes. What would the response be for you? Cap, she won? How?
Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
I'm going to give the mic to you. Why don't you tell us all why men are better at leading than women?
Men are better at leading because as a woman, I can tell you that we're emotionally manipulated very easy.
You said emotion doesn't correspond to violence? Absolutely it does. Absolutely. That's why you have the difference between premeditated murder and murder for self-defense.
Tend to be compassionate because we, as a woman, and getting pregnant, it's inherent in us. Why? Because we deal with babies.
So women deal with babies, therefore women can be manipulated. I don't think that argument follows. But once again,
can be easily manipulated.
Women can be easily manipulated.
And convinced, yeah.
What's the argument for that?
It's inherent in us.
Okay, just saying that it's inherent is like me saying that what is actually inherent of women is that they can't be easily manipulated. That doesn't give me any substance to underpin her position.
Where this falls flat is if women are easily manipulated, then they should submit to the man in the room, which is Dean. Like, they should just be like, okay, then Dean is the man here. He knows more than me. I should go to the kitchen. Why am I even on this Jubilee debate?
When you just simply underpin your position by saying, well, it's inherent, and it doesn't push this dialogue forward. I would say that men are probably easier to emotionally manipulate than women, or else they wouldn't be culpable for 92% of violent crimes. We could emotionally manipulate a man by making him lose a game of Fortnite. The next thing we know, there's 3 holes in his walls. All right, same thing with self-unaliving statistics, suicide. Suicide's a really bad thing, but it is true that men are significantly more likely to kill themselves than women on average. Same thing with drunk driving, gambling. And then when we look at women, they actually perform...
I think the argument is that men are they're more common to like actually follow through with it. Like, women will slit their wrists instead of actually commit suicide because they're more emotional. They want attention. They want the validation. They want to show people how sad they are. Men will commit. So that's why the violent crime is 92% men, because they'll actually go out and do it. Women are weaker and incapable of it. That stat doesn't represent the actual gender differences.
Better in the fields that are less indicative of emotional outbursts, such as performing well in school. And I mean, this is all underpinned by biology. There was a study done by the American Medical Association that proved that if you're operated on by a female compared to a male in the operating room at a hospital, that you're less likely to die or to experience any post-negative operative outcomes. Why? Because women are biologically designed to deal with stress and pain better than men because they have thicker dendrites in their brain. So ultimately, the science and the empirical facts completely reject the conclusions that you formed.
Not at all. Men are more rational, and women...
You've been voted out by the majority,
so you didn't even get to
please
speak.
return to your seat.
If you
want to be the next debater, please get to the chair in 3, 2, 1.
Hi.
Hey.
What's your name?
They're kind of showing right here by this little run why women can't lead, because like the first person to get to the chair gets to speak. You see how they're all being polite and they're not even really running. They're like showing how they're physically incapable of getting there. Oh, okay. Oh, you can go first. This is like how did the granny get there first, bruv?
Hi.
Hey.
What's your name?
Annette Davis Jackson.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
So let's hear it. Why do you think that men are better at leading than women?
How about I know that men lead better than women because women have the babies.
Okay.
You're emotional, but more important, I have a dad. I have a dad who was very strong, and when I see what
Okay, anecdotal. I have a dad. Literally everyone does.
President Trump is embodying. I say, and I know that you can roll your eyes,
that was
but you
bad.
know what my grandmother used to say, you can roll your cotton balls, but you sure can't shoot them. So men are strong just like Trump, because in the first day,
Where did
first
they find
100
this lady?
days, what did he do? He started writing executive orders.
Yeah.
He started writing executive orders day after day after day after day after day after day. Women would probably say, hey, ooh, let me take a break. That's why.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Dude, Dean, you could just do the checkmate right here. Okay, men are better leaders than go home. Go make me a sandwich, bitch. Like, sorry for cursing. Get in the kitchen. Why are you here debating? Yeah, men lead. Get out. Get off the chair. Listen to the man. Obey the man. Done.
Listen.
Done.
Clearly, I disagree with you about Trump. But that's actually not relevant to my counter argument. I'll tell you why. Because even if Trump was a good leader, that doesn't mean that therefore men are better at leading than women on average. Like, for instance, in the same way that you could give an anecdote of a man that you think is good at leading to justify the claim that men are better at leading than women, well, I could just give an anecdote of the opposite. Hitler was a man. He was a terrible leader. Therefore, men are worse at leading than women. All right? But clearly, that's not how it works, because we cannot...
Okay, look, horrible leader, evil person, but undeniably revived Germany's economy from one of the biggest deficits, probably actually the biggest deficit in European history in the shortest amount of time. The German economy was terrible, and his policies revived the country, and they almost dominated the entire world after being destroyed after World War I. So, yeah, horrible leader morally, but economically, one of the best of all time. It's not even close, bruv. What are we talking about? Saying, dude, relax. This is factual.
attempt to allow an anecdote
Sound effect.
of what we think about one individual man to then exist as a portrait for a generalization about all men.
Why did you have to say Hitler?
Because he's obviously a bad leader that's a man.
Yeah, and
You agree?
The president of the United States, which is the commander-in-chief, Donald J. Trump, is a great leader.
Okay.
And he's a great leader because he won a landslide.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
if he could
true.
run again, he would run a landslide again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, she's so dumb. She's so dumb. But if she was smart, she should have said, like, okay, let's define good and great. Dean is using debate tactics here. He's talking about the moral idea of a good leader rather than the examples of being a good leader, like on paper.
Yeah, well, guess what? He's not. He's a terrible president. His policy sucks. How about this? What's your favorite Trump policy? I mean, a bill passed through Congress, then signed into
Great
law.
question.
I'm a former college coach, and not having men and women's sports.
I'm sorry, what bill was that?
This exact, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that exactly what I'm saying. Transgenderism is what divides people. Like, people will look away at Israel because of trans and women's sports.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm sorry, what bill was that? I asked you a very specific
He's-
We
question.
got to stop there. That you've been voted out by the majority.
Like, that's
Please return
people's most important issue is transgender sports.
to your seat.
Okay.
All right. If you want to debate this claim, please get to the center in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Tracy.
How are you?
I think I remember you. Were you on my first rounded episode?
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to pass the mic to you. Tell us why you think men are better at leading
It's
than
so
women.
funny too that they all said that they would sleep with Trump, and if Trump saw her, she would, like, Trump would call her a fat pig, bro. That's what he would say. She's a fat pig. She needs to lose some weight.
My first rounded episode.
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to pass the mic to you. Tell us why you think men are better at leading than women. It's worth me, like, reminding you and maybe everybody else in the room that so far a lot of the people who've come up and sat in that chair have really missed the mark. Like that last lady. She told me that men are better at leading than women because she likes Trump. Okay, let's hear in general why men are better at leading than women.
Well, this is why I think you're going to be surprised. I actually agree with you,
And why are you in the chair?
and I respectfully disagree with some of them. Well, I'm just saying some of the points
Traitor.
that they were bringing up about a woman being pregnant, and because somebody's can carry a baby, that they're not fit to lead.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
it's the same argument where we say men go to work and come home and the woman stays and handles the household and the children. So is that not a powerful position?
So debate them, not him.
And I also have to, I'm respectfully disagreeing here, and I want you to give me an example. If you can tell me hypothetically of a woman that you think would be a better leader than Trump right now.
So just to clarify,
What is she talking
you
about?
don't think men are better at leading than women?
No, Dean, because
Perfect.
if I'm in,
I'm
if
really happy. I'm really happy that you don't think that.
I just told you, I agree with you, right?
I want you and everybody else in the room to obviously not think that men are better at leading than women. But unfortunately, the nature of this surrounded episode is where we have disagreeers in the hot seat.
Yes, so I'm asking
happy
you.
you're not, though,
So
but-
if we're walking down a dark alley, let's say we're on Figueroa or something, I would be the person having to protect you. I mean, everybody's built differently. I feel like I would have to be protecting you. I'm taller. I'm sure I weigh more than you.
She called you a soy boy, Dean. She called you a beta male.
I mean, you can take as many classes as you want.
Figueroa is where all the prostitutes in LA are. Swear to God goes there on stream.
Oh, yeah.
But it's true, Dean.
I'm not, listen.
Men and women are.
I'm not going to disrespect your ego the same way you're attempting to insult me, and that's fine.
Well, no,
See, I'll
it's
be the
a-
bigger person here.
no,
That's
it's
the
a
difference
it's a
between the left
size-
and
I
the
mean, you guys
right.
are laughing, but this is oftentimes a female argument. She is kind of proving the point. But Dean can't go there. She's hype-mogging him. This is what women will be like, but your pee-pee small. It's like they just immediately, instead of talking about the issue, they just go for the ego.
Comparison. So it depends on where this conversation
Call us
is
back.
going. If you're looking at body
That's funny,
type, I'm sorry, there are women that are larger
Can
than
you
men.
guys vote her out because she doesn't think that men are better at leading than women?
Tracy, it does sound like you agree on this
Yes.
prompt. So we're going to have you return to your seat and,
Okay.
and bring in a disagreeer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, if you disagree
happy
with
to
this
be there.
claim and you want to be the next debater,